sitting down. Come on down to a seat, whatever comfortable seat works for you today. And then allow your breath to become everything. Come here, mister. He's like rubbing on the computer. Come on, come down. All right. Soften the gaze. It doesn't mean your eyes have to close. Just soften the gaze. Allow all your outward senses to draw inward. And as we take this moment before we move into asana, just notice your response to being here now, to being on your mat, to being in stillness, to being quiet with the breath. And we as students cultivate that. We cultivate this sense of awareness, this sense of recognizing our responses, our reactions. And then gently come to your hands and your knees. Push your hands down, spread the shoulder blades, pull the gaze a little forward, pull the heart a little forward. And then softly contain the front rib cage. Not so much that it restricts the breath at all, but just enough that you keep the back broad and you stay really strong. And then with an inhale, stretch the right leg back. Inner right thigh to the sky, outer right hip gently downward. Use all of the foundational points in the ground to connect stronger. You're going to tuck the left toes. That might be enough. Maybe hover this left knee off the ground. And then three-legged dog. Lift up, push back, keep the hips in neutral as best you can. Right knee draws into your chest. Place your right foot between your hands, a little closer to your right hand. Straighten both legs as much as you can. Use blocks here if you have them. And then lift really high into the left toes. Wake up that left ankle. Feel all the toes pushing down. Come into the base of the big toe. And then gently draw the feet toward each other. So you're pulling your front foot toward the back of the mat, and your back foot's pulling toward the front of your mat. I'm going to start to bend the back knee. Start to lift the front toes, and then just shift the hips back. You're going to push from the back foot, lift up, half moon. Right hand travels a little forward, out to the right side. Start to rotate externally in that right hip. And see if you can start to lift that left hand up. If it makes you feel a little more stable, you can bring your hand to your hip. Work both legs powerfully. Start to bend the standing leg. And then we'll reverse warrior, taking this left foot way back. Passing through warrior two to take the left hand down the left leg, the right hand to the sky. Drawing the feet toward each other. One more inhale. Bring both hands around to the ground, top of the mat. Come onto the back toes. Just step the right foot back to the left foot. Downward facing dog. And then come onto hands and knees. Push the hands down, firm the arms, spread the shoulder blades in the back. Gently contain the front rib cage without really restricting your breath. Left leg goes back. Soft, steady breath. Tuck the right toes. Maybe stay here. Maybe hover this right knee up off the ground. Keep the spine neutral. So notice if you lift the knee up, if that makes you round. See if you can stay neutral. And then three-legged dog, stretching that left leg up. Keeping the hips in neutral. Draw up on the right hip, draw up on the right hip crease. Left knee into your chest. And then place your left foot next to your left hand. Straighten both the legs as much as you can. Come really high into those right toes. Engage the quadriceps, draw up on the kneecaps. Start to pull the back foot toward the front of the mat, the front foot toward the back of the mat. So there's a scissoring action in the legs, super powerful. Yes, so good. Start to bend the back knee, start to lift the front toes and just shift back. Pull the gaze forward, pull the heart forward. Push off that back foot, half moon. So if it helps you to find your center right here out of the gate, maybe bring the hand to your hip. Both legs are powerful. Pushing down into that left foot. Using the foot as a guide up the leg into the hip socket. And then powerful lifted leg. Yes. Start to bend the standing leg. And then reverse warrior, nice and lightly stretching that right foot back. Passing through warrior two to take it back. Yes. So good. One more inhale. And then bring your hands around, top of the mat. Come onto the back toes, step your left foot back. This time come to plank. Inhale. Chaturanga or the floor, you choose. Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take a pause here in your breath. This is a Vinyasa flow class. We have come to think of Vinyasa as Chaturanga Vinyasa. That is a Vinyasa. Vinyasa is also just placing the body and the breath with purpose. So if you want to skip Chaturanga Vinyasa, you skip it. If you want to modify it, modify it. But don't think that you're missing out on Vinyasa if you take that Chaturanga out. So if you need to remove it, remove it. Lift your heels high, inhale. Bend your knees, bring your feet to your hands. Come halfway with your inhale. Fold deeply with your exhale. Rise to stand, inhale. Draw your hands into your heart, exhale. Pause here, press the palms together, broaden the collarbones, lift the kneecaps. Let the gaze get a little soft. And breathe with your whole being. Release your hands down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hinge from your hips, bowing forward. Your knees can bend if it feels better in your back. Come halfway with your inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to your toes. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway up, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, forward fold, moving meditation. Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, open, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Lift your heels, inhale. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, follow the breath, forward fold. Offer your heart, inhale. Keep the gaze slightly forward, Chaturanga. Inhale and rise. Down dog, exhale. Lift your heels, bend your knees, feet to hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold deeply, exhale. Rise, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. 2 more times on your own. I will be doing it with you. If you're not 100% sure, you can just look up and follow along. On the second round, we'll stay in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in downward facing dog when you get there. Just slow down, smooth it out. Feel this beautiful rhythm. I love Surya Namaskar A. I'm very hard pressed not to teach it in my classes because it just brings me joy. It's truly, for me, moving meditation. It's this sense of connecting breath. This is Vinyasa, not just the Chaturanga part, but connecting the breath, placing the body with purpose. Left leg stretches back with an inhale. Left leg back. I didn't misspeak, I promise you. Right heel lifts up. Right knee bends. Look at the space between your hands. Keep this left leg lifted. Keep it strong. Hop your right foot between your hands. Keep that left leg lifted. Come into warrior three. Hands can come just up into the heart. You can keep your hands down for supported warrior three. I love supported warrior three. It gives you a lot of sensory feedback with your hands down on the ground or on blocks. Woo. So again, you're standing on the right foot, left leg is stretched behind. Start to bend this right knee. Step the left foot back. Hands come down, straighten the right leg, pull the right toes back toward your heart. Left knee's bent to lat, we did this already, yep. Push off, half moon, lifting up, open up. Option to change this pose in any way that you want. Maybe you bend the top leg and find the foot. Maybe you lift the right hand off the ground. And then reverse warrior. Come around, left hand comes to the ground. Right leg sweeps up and back. Right leg to the sky. Come really high in the left toes. Bend the left knee. Look at your thumbs. You're going to hop your left foot between your hands. Or something like that. And we're coming right up into warrior three. So this right leg stays up the whole time. You can keep the hands down, supported warrior three. Any version of the pose that works for you. Start to bend the standing leg. Left toes come back. Straighten the left leg. I'm sorry, right toes come back, straighten the left leg. Lift the left toes. Shift back. And then push off, half moon. Opening up and expanding your options to whatever feels good. I love classical, it doesn't need to change at all. But if you want, you can explore the pose however you see fit. And then reverse warrior, stretching this right foot toward the back of the mat. Up and back. Beautiful. So we're going to do this sequence 2 more times on each side. Don't overthink it. Trust your body. Bring your hands down to the ground. Left leg sweeps to the sky. Lift the right heel, bend the right knee, hop the right foot forward. Warrior three, lifting off. Bend the standing leg. Step the left foot back, straighten the right leg, shift back, push off, half moon, any version. Reverse warrior. Bring your hands around to the ground, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Lift high to the left toes, bend the left knee, hop the left foot forward. Warrior three. Bend the standing leg, right foot steps back, straighten the left leg, shift back, and then push off, half moon. Reverse warrior. Yes. Bring the hands around. Left leg to the sky, inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, maybe kick up a little higher. Right foot forward, warrior three. Bend the right knee, step the left foot back. Shift back, straighten the right leg. Push off, half moon. Reverse warrior. And then hands to the ground. Right leg, three-legged dog, sweep it up. Come high to the left toes, bend the left knee, look forward, hop the left foot, top of the mat. Warrior three. Bend the front leg, right foot lands lightly, straighten left leg. Half moon. Reverse warrior. Bring the hands around. This time, Chaturanga Vinyasa. Pause here in your breath. Beautifully done. Inhale, high to your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, Utkatasana. Start to crawl the gaze up. Yeah, yes. I have the tendency to want to look down in chair pose. Just notice where you have your gaze. Yeah, you're amazing, beautiful. And when you take your gaze upward, it starts to help to pull you up. Where you look is where you'll go. Beautiful, beautiful. Maybe even take the gaze up toward the fingertips. And just see how that kind of shifts your energy. Maybe it doesn't, it's okay too. Pick up the left knee. Rise up to stand. Step that left foot to the back of the mat. So it's almost like you pass through Warrior 3. Come to Crescent Pose. Good. Sweep the arms back behind you. Just hinge forward from that right hip. Imagine you could touch your left foot with both of your hands. Look down at your foot. Knee on top of your heel. Pull the right hip in and back. And then release your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Stay high on the left toes. Start to straighten the right leg and then turn open to the right, taking your right hand up to the sky. So just a version of revolved triangle with the back heel lifted, which gives you some more freedom, especially if your ankles are at all tight. Beautiful. Good. Bring your right hand down to your right foot. Turn onto the pinky side of your left foot. Consider taking your big toe. Just consider it. You don't have to keep the leg straight. You might even just take it for 1 second and come into Vashisthasana. If you have the foot and it doesn't feel good, you just let it go. No big deal. But you might surprise yourself. And you won't know if you don't give it a shot. You're amazing. Beautiful, beautiful. And then Chaturanga. Rise up dog. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Maybe lift the gaze up. You can lift your gaze just from your eyes without cranking your neck. It is possible, yeah. So keep the neck long. You're going to pick up the right knee, rise up to stand. Pass through Warrior 3. to step the right foot to the back of the mat and come into Crescent Pose. You can kind of spot that foot back. Pull the feet toward each other. Next exhale, you're going to start to hinge forward. Keep the front leg bent. Sweep the arms back if you could touch your right heel. Kind of pitch your spine forward on the same angle as the back leg. Yes, really nice, really nice. So there's a sense of lifting the ribs off of the left thigh, but pulling the heart forward. Hug the left hip in and back. Get a sense of pulling the feet toward each other. So squeezing, scissoring the legs, the feet toward each other. One more inhale. Right hand comes down, start to straighten the left leg. Stay high on the right toes. Start to turn to the left, take the left arm up to the sky if it's okay. Use this right shoulder into the back to find more space across the collarbones to lift higher. Bring this left hand down to the left foot. Just try it. Plant the right hand, spiral onto that pinky side of the right foot, and then just see if maybe you can bring that foot with you. You don't have to take it straight up. You can keep it out in front of you. I didn't say where the foot had to go, right? Yeah. Fantastic. Vinyasa. Stay in your breath. Beautiful. Yes, you don't have to keep the foot the whole time. I see you. Amazing. Amazing. We're just making shapes. Come through center, Chaturanga. Open up, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Pause in your breath. Stay here, breathe. If you want, bring your feet a little closer to your hands and then maybe bring your feet all the way together. Lift your heels, bend your knees, and we're going to take 5 hops. And then on number 5, everyone, feet to your hands. Halfway inhale, yes. Fold deeply, exhale. Chair, inhale. Sink deeper with your exhale. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, push through warrior 3. Find crescent. And then hinge at the hip, just sweep the arms back. Left hand down, right leg straightens, right hand to the sky. So good. Right hand comes down. Vinyasa on the left foot, left hand, with or without that right foot. And then Chaturanga, exhale. Opening up, inhale. Dog pose, exhale. Pause and down dog. Stay here if you want, or 5 more jumps. Maybe this time pike. And then the 5th one brings you top of the mat. Halfway inhale. Fold, exhale. Chair, inhale. Sink deeper, exhale. Right knee up, inhale, rise up. Push through warrior 3, just as a transition. to Crescent Pose. Bow and reach back. Right hand down. Straighten the left leg, reach the left arm up. And then right hand, right foot, Vashisthasana. Chaturanga, exhale. Open inhale. Dog pose, exhale. Smooth out your breath. Smooth out your breath. We're just making shapes and we're breathing. And the shapes have an impact on your body, absolutely. But they're just shapes. They're just poses. Somebody made them up, right? And we keep perpetuating them. We keep teaching them. Adapt the poses to your body. Adapt this flow to your body. Don't let the poses have any power in the sense of like, if there's one that's not working, you just kind of breathe through it. You let it be gentle. Doesn't mean your practice isn't amazing. Keep your ears open, keep your mind open, keep your breath flowing. Left leg stretches back, inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, hop your right foot forward. Inhale, warrior three. Bend that standing leg, step the left foot back, straighten the right leg. We're back to our first flow. Come forward, half moon. Reverse warrior. Good. Now stay with me. Just bring the arms around. Sweep them back toward that left foot. Come onto the left toes. Left hand down. Maybe left hand comes to the outside of the right foot. Keep the back heel lifted. Start to straighten both legs and revolve open. Beautiful. Release the right hand down. Come into your version of Vashisthasana. And then Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg back. Bend your left knee, hop your left foot forward. Warrior three. Reach the right foot back and then straighten the left leg, shift back like a half split. Push off, half moon. Reverse warrior. Yes. Bring the arms around, come onto the right toes. Reach the hands back for that right heel. And then right hand outside. Left foot if you want, inside. Straighten both legs, open up. And then release it down. Right hand, right foot, Vashisthasana. Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, inhale. Dog pose, exhale. We're going to go one more time on each side. Left leg back, inhale. Bend the right knee, hop right foot forward. Warrior three. Floating half split, so take that left foot back, straighten the right leg. Half moon. Reverse warrior. So we're going to pass through this lunge. Take the left hand right down to the ground, straighten the right leg. Open it up. Gorgeous. Yes. And then Vashisthasana. Good. And Chaturanga. Heart to sky. Dog pose, exhale. Last time, right leg back, inhale. Hop your left foot forward. Warrior three. Floating half splits. Half moon. Reverse warrior. Bring the arms around. Transition, come onto the toes. Stretch the left arm back. And then bring the right hand down. Straighten both legs, open the heart. Stretch up. Good. Bring it down. Right hand, right foot, Vashisthasana. Last time. And then Chaturanga. Rise open. Down dog. Exhale. Pause and breathe. Beautifully done. Right leg straight back with an inhale. Right knee, right tricep, exhale. Pause here. Option to bend the elbows. Option to extend the right leg. Option to lift the left leg. Three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right knee over to the left. Extend the right leg, fallen triangle. Maybe pick up this right foot. Maybe reach out for the right foot with your left hand. You can stay there. Maybe kick it overhead. Three-legged dog. Right leg up and back. Place your right foot forward between your hands. Back knee down. Untitled rise up. Hands into heart. Left arm outside to right thigh. Beautiful. Beautiful. So listen. Stay here with the knee down if it's okay. If you want, keep the toes pointing back. So like, think of an up dog in your left leg. If you want, push into the top of the foot, push into all the toenails, and then float the left knee up. So good. One more inhale. Release the knee down if you lifted it. Come through center. Half splits, Hanumanasana. So this time the knee stays down. This is perfect. This is perfect. I'm going to give you some other options if you care. Of course, you can come into full Hanumanasana, extending that leg forward. You're drawing the feet toward each other energetically. Going the other way, you can come into a toe stand on the left foot and start to walk back. And then maybe start to reach for this right foot and then see if you can find some balance here. So what do you need out of this today? Maybe you want to work your center, maybe you want to work that balance, maybe you want to stay and get into that hamstring. On my body, I feel a deeper hamstring stretch when I'm in the half version than when I'm in the full. So just notice where you are. This feels to me a little more psoas, but it's all based on what your body's giving you for feedback, because we're totally different. Our bodies are very, very different. And that's a wonderful thing. So we're going to come back to this start point, this half split, half point, meeting point, starting point. This is the you are here spot. Okay, and then we're going to re-bend that right leg. Turn the back heel in. Right hand to the inside of the right foot for today. Opening up into Parsvakonasana, side angle. This is perfect. You do not have to change this at all for anything. You can also have your arm up on your thigh. You can wrap it. I'm going to give you an arm balance option if you care to take it. You start to work your shoulder inside of your knee, and you bring your hand to the outside of your right foot. My elbow is in at my hamstring. First step is just finding this foot and then picking it up. Then from there, maybe kicking it forward. This right arm is strong like Vashisthasana. Yeah? I love every one of these versions. I love them all. Yes, I do. Beautiful. If you have taken that arm balance and you feel comfortable coming around into Vinyasa, you'll go through there and then make your way back into downward facing dog. I don't want you to ever feel like you're in my class and something is inaccessible. Every single thing is optional. Every single thing is optional. They're just shapes. They're just shapes. You skip the shapes that don't work. Left leg back with an inhale. Left knee comes to left tricep. Stay here and breathe. So this is perfect. Maybe you start to bend the elbows and kick the leg out. Maybe you float it up. Maybe. Just maybe. Three-legged dog. Sweep that leg up and back. Cross over to the right. Extend the leg out. And then open up, fallen triangle. Maybe float this leg up. Maybe reach out, find the foot. You can have a bent knee. And then maybe start to push that foot toward the top of the mat. And then three-legged dog. Take it up. And then place your foot between your hands. Untitled, rising up. You have a couple breaths here just to find your center. Hands into your heart. Right arm outside your left thigh, and then we twist. Option to push into all of the toenails, to push into the top of the foot, and power up that right leg like you are an upward facing dog. If the knee is up, bring it back down slowly. Bring the hands around. Half splits. Sinking back. This is our jump off point. You don't need to change anything. This is perfect. If you want, you can extend the left leg forward. If you want, you can draw back, tuck the right toes. Come into a toe stand on this right leg. Maybe first you just lift the leg with support. Maybe then one hand. And then maybe both hands. You have a few more breaths here. You'll start to make your way slowly back into half splits. And then bend the left leg. Tuck the back toes. Side ankle. This is perfect. This doesn't need to change. You can bring the arm to the thigh if you prefer to be a little higher. If you want, you start to work the shoulder inside of the knee. Bring your left hand a little to the outside line of that left foot. You start to sit your left hamstring onto your elbow. Maybe you just start here. And then possibly you take the left foot with the right hand. And then maybe pick it up and push open. And then maybe you transition around. And then we all meet in downward facing dog. Step your right foot about halfway to your hands. Pick up your left leg. You can stay right here. This is perfect. Pulling the gaze forward, the heart forward. Trying to get your hands to root down as much as you can. So it's like a short three-legged dog. If you want, pick up the right heel. Bend the right knee. Draw your heart back into the space between the shoulder blades. Gently draw the front ribs to the back ribs. And then kick up. have to find a handstand. I just said kick up. See what finds you when you get there. Yes, nice, Josh. Beautiful. Good, and then come down and take a pause, breathe. Beautiful. And just feel that in your body, feel it in your breath, feel your heartbeat. And your left foot's going to come in toward the hands. Shift forward into your hands, lift the right leg up. Firm the arms. We don't want to be too firm that we're rigid. There needs to be a little bit of softness here. Stay here or pick up the left heel. Right leg stays nice and strong. Inhale, exhale, float. Inhale, exhale, float. And maybe you find a moment of balance. Maybe you get both legs up, but that's not necessarily the goal. It's just being playful in your hands. You have permission to play here, or not. So good. And then knees down, child's pose, please. And then come onto your back. Really nice work. Knees are bent, feet are flat. Hands to the sky. Palms face each other. Press the shoulders, the backs of the shoulders, the triceps, the elbows down. So you haven't even moved yet, but when you press that upper arm down, you hopefully start to feel how the shoulder blades glide in a little toward each other, the heart starts to open up. Now, before you move, shorten belly button to pubic bone. Then, rising up into bridge, lacing the hands if it serves you today. So even though the shoulders are drawing under the body, you're staying broad in the upper back. Even though the shoulder blades are gliding in toward each other, you're staying broad in the upper back. It's not just pushing the chest through. Last inhale here, and then releasing down with your exhale. Little pause. You'll repeat bridge pose, or if you would like to come with me to Urdhva Dhanurasana, it's like a handstand bent over, right? Split in half. The arms are in handstand, the shoulders are in handstand. We're trying to get our shoulders on top of our hands more. Bridge pose or upward facing bow. Rise, inhale. Last inhale, releasing out, exhale. Little pause, take the feedback. How did that shape suit your body today? Repeating bridge, upward facing bow. This is your last back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale brings you out. Knees to chest or happy baby if it feels good. If something else feels better, do that instead. If you're in happy baby, the energy here is hands pulling down, feet pushing away. And from that energy, that oppositional energy, we can lengthen out the spine, starting to bring the sacrum heavier into the ground. Left foot to the floor, right ankle crosses. You can stay here, just opening this right knee out. This might be enough. If you want, thread the needle, lift it up. From here, there's lots of variations that you can take. If you want to bring this right foot into the left elbow, cradle the right leg, you can extend the left leg out. If you have another variation, go for it. Rest in your breath. Think of your breath as like a hammock, like it's just supporting you up. Gives you a little sense of weightlessness, even though you're feeling almost like a sense of getting heavier. If you extended the left leg out, bring it back in. And then everyone switching sides. Left ankle crosses over right. Stay here, thread the needle, or any variation in reclined pigeon. And if your right leg is extended, bring it back in. Bring both feet down to the ground. Feet at about hips distance. Drop your knees to the right. Take your left arm out to the side. Come back to center and take this to the other side. Come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Just let the knees fall open. Just 3 long breaths here. And then find your finishing position. Shavasana with the legs extended, lying on your side, sitting in meditation, legs up the wall. Follow the cravings of your body here. Allow your eyes to soften. Allow your breath awareness to continue, but in a more passive tone. Just witnessing, watching, allowing even the attention to start to get a little fuzzy. You don't have to fight anything here. Just receive whatever offering comes up in Shavasana today. Invite your next inhale to be a little deeper, a little fuller. Allow the exhale to be passive and quiet. Allow your inhales to lead you back into movement and whatever path you'd like up to a sitting position. And then once you're seated, bring your hands together at your heart. In gratitude and thanks for this body you're given, this mind that allows you to follow, and the connection of the two together. Bow your mind to your heart, yoking body and mind. Rising with your inhale, let your eyes open gently. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Jai Jai. Have a wonderful day. If you have questions,